You're listening to UNICEF Radio. I'm Chris Schupp. In 2009, the UNICEF office in Kazakhstan initiated a regional consultation with young people and adolescents to find out about the concerns of the young generation in Kazakhstan. The results of the consultation were discussed at the first ever Adolescence and Youth Forum held in Astana in December 2009, which came up with clear recommendations for policymakers and civil society. With me on the line today is Hanaa Singer, the UNICEF representative in Kazakhstan. Hanaa, how exactly did you run this regional consultation last year?
The process started around 6 months prior to the forum. Over 2,000 adolescents and youth across Kazakhstan were consulted. Children from all over, from cities and villages, from almost all oblasts, girls and boys, children with disabilities, children living in orphanages, in the age group of 10 to 24 were consulted. The issue was, or the aim was, to understand what are the concerns of the youth and children, what are their needs, hopes and dreams, and what and how should be improved in their lives. The process was facilitated by 26 very talented and committed young facilitators that were also trained by UNICEF before. Those 26 young people conducted 70 consultations with hundreds of their peers. In addition, UNICEF trained video journalists who had effectively and creatively documented the entire process.
Knowing that Kazakhstan is a huge country, are there big differences from region to region, and what were the most important results nationwide?
Okay, I mean, strangely enough, in spite of the big differences, as you said, Chris, I think more or less the problems were very similar across the country. So you had the problems within families and between parents and children. You had problems within the education sector and how the treatment in schools. You had issues of employment and search for work. You had big issues with regards to the absence of leisure time. Then the fifth point was healthy lifestyles and the absence of reference places for young people to discuss issues regarding their health. You had as a seventh point, we had discrimination, and especially with regards to children with disabilities, and then the psychosocial health and the absence of support for psychosocial problems.
That sounds like you have a lot to do in 2010. How will UNICEF Kazakhstan react to these findings of the regional consultation?
I can't say that this is only for UNICEF Kazakhstan, because the beauty of this consultation is that you had, after the consultation, we had a very high-level forum with the participation of over 2,500 people, including ministers, including people from the presidential apparatus, including from the parliament, and to them it was a big surprise seeing, it was a source of honor as well for them seeing their young people standing up and challenging them in a very constructive way, I have to say, about these. We are the new generation, these are our problems. So I think there is a very strong ownership that this is not a UNICEF thing, this is a Kazakh issue.
That was Hanaa Singer, UNICEF representative in Kazakhstan. You're listening to UNICEF Radio, Unite for Children.